Well, greetings. I think I'll just give you a quick visual, a little movie, if you will, of the more or less complete new Pullman Moscow terminal that I've added to my Pullman Moscow regional airport. This should be up on the xplane.org site soon as version 1 point whatever 2 or something of KPUW. Um, anyway, this is a stand-in structure. I don't have the skills to do a proper 3D rendering of the new airport, but it has the same footprint on the ground and the more or less same vertical portions. And then the parking lot is taken directly from uh, the airport's own uh, information on the new terminal, and the ramp information and the ramp arrangement is there as well. Um, Thanks to Michael Wiley and for confirming the number of gates what it looks like on the ramp side, and to Brian Warren for showing me, or at least motivating me to do this. It's summertime. I'm retired. I've got time, and I like to make these digital models. But anyway, let's go down to where you actually enter the airport. You enter the airport from the west end here. We're looking south across the Palouse Hills. Uh, and off to the left is Pullman, Washington. Off to the right is Pullman, Washington, Washington State University, and off to the left is University of Idaho over in Moscow, Idaho. So this is it's very important airport because it serves two premier Northwest educational institutions, and therefore they've put a lot of money into it, and with help from the federal government and other sources. Just looking in as we come in from the come in here, I'm going to scoot this way. Looking down to the far end of the airport, you can see all the ramp side structures over here, and down by the wind sock circle is the old terminal, which is now Interstate FBO. That's pretty cool. So anyway, they're making use of the old building. I'm glad to see. The main ramp, the new extended ramp off to the side of Taxiway Alpha, has a de-icing pad and some equipment waiting for there. And then we've got the three gates on the airport on the ramp side. So excuse me, I'm not real. This isn't the best way to. I'm just using the native X-plane navigation tools here. Anyway, here's the ramp. Gates 1 and 2 have jetways. Gate 3 is either layover parking or maybe charter flight parking or something like that. I'm not sure what the use is. I suspect it's just for layovers. There's the de-ice pad, the ramp side here. Again, this is conjectural on my part, only based on just what you'd normally expect to see around gates. You got some cautionary zones. You got the jet intake danger zones over here. They're not on the third ramp, I presume, because there's no jet way position, so the plane may or may not be parked in a consistent place. Anyway, let's see. What else have I added? Obviously, that's the main ramp. Looking down there, so you can get onto the terminal entrance there, and then you've got the parking lot. Now, I like to spend a lot of time on parking lots. Anybody that's ever seen my other airports, um, Glendale, Arizona, KGEU, or especially Peoria, KPIA. That one was the first one I really did in great detail, and I like having a lot of cars. You really, at this distance, you don't really see people. I mean, you'd see them if they were out moving around. But what makes the terminal look lived in and in use is the presence of automobiles and other things. Okay, so I spend a lot of time, and I was fortunate that the satellite image we have, or the aerial image of the airport, which with all of its parking lots and stuff already put in place and painted while the terminal was still under construction, gave a good sense of of a pretty busy airport. I mean, consistent. They get 2 flights from Alaska Horizon every day, and the other company I don't know. It's symbol looked like a Sierra Tango asterisk or something like that. I'm not sure what it is. Um, but it's a small, either turboprop or prop plane service. But the flights in and out of this airport come from SeaTac and from Boise Gowan Field, Boise, and that's where the two destinations that are listed, arrivals and destinations that are listed on the KPUW site. Um, Interestingly enough, it's kind of cool. I have a lot of model railroad experience in it, and so I like to put a lot of just generic clutter around things. So we have a little bus stop. There is scheduled bus service to Pullman and Moscow. Um, I have a couple maintenance vehicles. I've got a trash collection site. I think that's what it is. The satellite image or the aerial image isn't that high high resolution. I couldn't really. It looks like, well, that looks to be about where you'd put a couple dumpsters and have a place for a garbage truck to pull in and pick them up. Anyway, so all the entrances have silly things like trash cans and lighting. And then you have things. Now, the thing I'm missing, I wish I had, is there's no, for the blue rectangles or the blue squares that mark the handicap parking, there's actually none available at the moment that I have access to in the collections. I have a pretty large collection of seniority libraries that actually has the handicap symbol, but there is a good sign available, so you can see the signage is there. So, and they have a very extensive space. They've got, what is that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 spaces right in front of the terminal. And so it's pretty well represented. I suppose I should have a trash can or two sitting out here by the lights in the in the lot. Anyway, looking back, Pullman's over the hill there, and looking the other direction, you might be able to see the Vandals. There it is, the Vandals stadium or field house or what, I forget what it's called, but so there's University of Idaho right there, and swinging my little world around here, there are the buildings of the University, Washington State University. If I can go up a bit, there's Washington State University right there, Martin Stadium, and the Clock Tower, and the Performing Arts Pavilion, or whatever it's called these days. My old apartment. Let's see. I can see it. I know where it is. I mean, it's a big new tennis facility here, but it was right in this area is where I lived. Afterwards, before when I first got there, I was over in dormitories out over this direction. But anyway, there's Pullman Moscow Highway, heading out towards, there's the University of Idaho right over there. So this airport is centrally located between the two. And there's the overview of the new airport. And as the sun, let's see if I can do this, if I can get it to work. And we watch the sunset here. And the lights come on. And sunset gets darker and darker. And there you go. Nighttime at KPUW. Or KPUW, which Brian pointed out is kind of strange that Washington State University, and for that matter, University of Idaho, the airport has University of Washington, UW, in it. But can't help that. ICAO picked it, the PU from Pullman and the W from Moscow. I'm absolutely convinced that, that's how it was done. But, yeah, pardon the little thing here. I use live traffic, so we've got all the planes we're going to get, it's saying. And over here, the little A is the SAM-3 automatic gate function. And I do use SAM-3, so you'll need to have that installed. This is an X-Plane 11 airport at the moment. I don't know to the extent which it'll port easily over to X-Plane 12, but it should. I can't test SAM-3 on my system because I have a Mac Studio Ultra, which is Apple Silicon, and the Apple Silicon, and so far is not compatible with either AutoGate or SAM. So I'm depending on those guys to eventually figure out how to help me out here. Anyway, we have X-Craft's E175 Embraer in the Washington State University colors, just because we can. There's a UW one. I wouldn't park it here for obvious reasons. And then more likely, though, if you're there, you'll see just the Alaska white, blue, and green planes. And I'm sure that's can be verified by just average pictures. In fact, I have seen a picture of an Alaska 737 taking off from here. So it's conceivable that you might see an Alaska 737. I suspect that'd be a charter flight because the regular service here is for Horizon, Alaska Horizon, is Embraer 175s. Anyway, that's it. Hope you like it. I say it should be up soon on the org site. So talk to you later. Bye.